So we're live. Dennis, we're live. So let's wait.
Oh,
Maybe some people will come, but let me check the link.
let me
So
check the link too. Post it on Facebook or something.
yeah. I will.
Let me see. Do I see the live? Du. Not yet. You're not live yet. You lied to me.
No, I am live. I'm live.
Well, not yet. On not on my.
No, not not even on my YouTube studio. Uh, yes,
Yeah, it takes a bit of
yes,
time.
I am. Okay, here we go. Okay, sending you the link in the chat, and then I'll post on Facebook now.
I see it. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, live right now with Dennis Chang talking about
Product placement.
being an online musician. Let's post. Oh, you have to tag you, right? Tag you. Hmm. Add Dennis Chang. Okay,
There.
I tagged you.
Okay.
Did you get the tag?
Uh. Yep. Yep.
Okay, good. So let me see. Let me check. Go to my own video here. Oh, it's already 15 people, Dennis.
Oh,
It's
okay.
amazing.
People are watching.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. And today I have the honor of having my good friend, colleague, and competitor, Dennis Chang, with me. Yeah, actually kind of a history, right? Because Sprite, you started before me. So we're going to talk about being an online musician, which is very relevant today in today's world. But Dennis and I have been doing this for a long time, actually. When did you start making online products for musicians?
It didn't start with me. It started with a Canadian company.
All
So
right,
I think that would have been
Hyperhip Media or something? Oh,
yes.
I can say
I
that?
think that was
Okay.
I think that was 2005 or 6. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Because I remember seeing you in Samoa when the festival was still
Mm.
there. Was the first year I went there was probably 2000, maybe 2008 or something. Could be like that, something like
You
that.
played with Moses, right?
Yeah,
You
I was
played with
that
Moses
that was
on. Yeah.
2010, but yeah, that was the first year then like I went 2009 or 10,
Okay.
and then yeah
Then that
9
would
2009. And then I saw you for the first time, and I knew you from the internet from the DVDs you made with several artists. I don't remember your first DVD you made. What was the first one?
uh with another artist, you mean?
Yeah, or
It was with
you
Tim
made your ones
Tipas.
yourself, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah,
Yeah. Why
that
did you
was with
start
Tim
doing that?
Tipas. That was an idea because the Hyperhip Media is a Canadian company run by a guy in Toronto, and I got in touch with him. We knew each other, and we figured I thought I'd do something for the American market, gypsy jazz rhythm, and I had no idea that it would be so popular. I just thought it was just something I'd do for people in America, because in those days, gypsy jazz was not popular. I don't know if it is right now, but it was not popular at all then.
A little
And I
bit.
thought a lot of people wanted information on gypsy jazz rhythm, and I had befriended a lot of people, took lessons with Fappy and all that stuff. So I did that, and then within a year, I think they sold the entire stock in one single year all over the world, and that was very surprising.
Wow. Yeah. Um, but how did people know that you had those things? How did you make Did you make commercials or what happened? Did you
No,
publish
that's
in
the thing.
magazines or
Oh, let me think. There was no, I don't think there was Facebook then. Was there? Or I
there
wasn't
was
on
Facebook,
Facebook.
but it wasn't like a big thing like it is now, of course.
Yeah, I don't think it was Facebook. It was just word of mouth.
Really,
Crazy.
because
Django Books, the forum, Django Books forum.
so I started with the Roseburg Academy in the preparations in 2010, and then in 2011 we went live. And the way it happened was that Stochelo, I was touring with the Roseburg trio, and Stochelo came to me in the dressing room. He said, "No, I would just play with Martin Taylor." And he told me his online school is doing really well. and he advised me to start one for Gypsy Jazz, right? And I of course I didn't know anything about it, but Stockholm figured that if there was someone who knew how to do this, it would be me. And of course, I said, yeah, I can do that. But of course, I couldn't. And then it took 1.5 years actually to get it started. And in the beginning, team was bigger. We had more people involved, right? There was a video editor and there was a mixer, and we had a website designer and stuff. And but I never thought actually. I mean, I thought, okay, we're gonna do this for like a half year. You know, we're gonna get some people. They join. We make some money, but that's it. But then actually, it kind of blew up, and it sustained. I could live from the Roseburg Academy for at least like 3-4 years. Right, the first 3-4 years I did it, maybe
That's
5
good.
years. Then it started going down, also because we started putting less effort into the school. But for now, I think that kind of model is, I don't want to say it's dead, but I don't think it's the future to start something like that, like a subscription model where people have to subscribe to get the content. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do remember one thing now that you mentioned how to promote. I remember that was when YouTube just started, and I think I was one of the first artists to be on YouTube for Gypsy Jazz.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's how it started. Yeah. It was.
That's so that people discovered it that way because they would be searching for Gypsy
Uh,
Jazz and they would find your videos,
I
right?
was pretty much the only one, so that was lucky.
Okay. So, but do you feel like so that subscription model that you don't have that model, right? Because people actually buy products from your site that they can download, right?
Yeah.
Even the videos or not?
No, the videos are streamed, but they can download all the audios. I
Okay,
convert everything
but it's for
to
life, right?
audio.
If you buy it once, you don't need to
That's
subscribe
for life.
every month, right? Yeah.
No, that's it.
So the Roseburg Academy is a subscription model, which um, somehow it kind of works because people want to know what the new thing is for the next month, but it's very hard. So if you don't keep that thing up as the content creator, like every month there has to be something new, then like people start complaining, and of course I understand it, start complaining like crazy, right? So
Hard, hard.
that's one of the things that kind of I don't know deterred me from. We still have to. I want to say we still have the Roseburg Academy, and it's still online, and there's so much stuff, right? There's enough stuff for 10 lifetimes, but we're not really updating the site anymore because of many reasons. Right now, of course, I cannot meet Stockholm to make content, but another reason was that it was just so hard for both of us to keep that up, to keep making that content, keep thinking of things we could produce, and the subscription model kind of makes you do that. So that's why I think for musicians that want to start something doing now, I think it's better to have just products that you sell that are just one-offs, you know.
Is there anyone in Gypsy Jazz doing that? Like, I think Yoshio Stefan is the only one now. Then
Your show's still doing it. Um,
I think is he the only one
does
doing
Jakob?
that model, the subscription?
Yeah, Jakob Hotter
I
doesn't. He
don't know.
doesn't. No, no. Okay, then yeah, Joshua is the
I
only
don't know.
one.
I don't know. I think so. I don't know. I don't know.
I also think it's very hard to do it unless you have someone like me that I learned to do video editing, audio mixing, and everything, and subscription. So then there's one guy. But if you don't do that, you need a whole team. They all need to make money, right? And then you have this. I don't know, I'm not sure how you can sustain that because there's not that much money in it anymore. I think mainly
I
because of
wonder how he does it
yeah. That's
because he has a transcriber. He has
yeah.
a transcriber for sure. That much.
And a video editor. He must have a video editor, right?
I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Yoshio, are you watching?
So what do you think for all the because that's why we're talking, right? We want to kind of help all the musicians that
Yes.
are sitting at home, like we're sitting at home. Everybody sits at home. How can you start something online right now? Because there's now this initiative with a lot of musicians, which is great that they're doing it. They're trying to build up each other's YouTube channel by getting to 1,000 subscribers because the threshold for monetizing your channel is 1,000 subscribers and I don't hear anyone talk about that 4,000 hours of watch
Yes.
time. You need 4,000
That's
hours
what
of
I.
yeah.
So I've had a YouTube channel for a long time through my DC music school, but it was just to post advertisements for my products, right? So I don't consider that like a real YouTube channel, even though I have lots of subscribers. But I only started doing the YouTube thing last summer, actually. And so I thought, like many people right now, they think it's 1,000 subscribers. That's what I thought too. Then I realized, no, you need 4,000 hours of views.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That
I managed to do that within like 2 months. I managed to reach that within 2 months.
I actually read an article. It's possible to do that if you have average viewers on every video you make. So if you have an average view count, you don't need like 100,000 views, but just let's say you make 2 videos a week, and you can get like 300 views, then you can get that in like half a year. But it requires you
Yeah.
to make a shit ton of videos if you think about that, right?
But my videos were also like an hour long.
Yeah.
And
No,
people actually watch them.
and you're a known quantity, right? I mean, people already know you, so they know you, so that's a huge advantage, and they know that you are well-known educator in Gypsy Jazz, so that it makes sense to go watch your videos. But if you are not known like as a teacher, and you start making content, how are you gonna get people to watch? Because that's the other problem. If you have 999 subscribers, your colleague musicians, who of those colleagues are gonna watch your video while they're making videos of themselves, and they need the other 999 to watch their videos? It's a big
Yeah,
problem,
that's
right?
well, yeah, it is a big problem. Well, actually, I also started using Instagram recently. Not long. I've had the account for a long time, but I actually started after my YouTube channel because someone said I should,
Yeah,
and I didn't really know how to use it. But now I have more than 3,000 followers, and actually most of them are violinists.
yeah, because you made those
It's
violin lessons, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I started doing transcription. So I think like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, they have different like you have to have different strategies.
but how do you get the followers on Instagram? Because I find that very difficult.
But that's the thing. I did those violin etudes, and I did the hashtags, and it just
It just
blew up.
exploded. Yeah. How
Yeah,
many
and
subscribers do you? Yeah. How,
people started recording them, and then they tagged me.
yeah. How many subscribers do you have on YouTube now?
I don't know the DC Music School or
No, you're on.
my
Yeah,
new
this
one.
music school is like 40,000 something, right?
I don't remember. Yeah, maybe 50,000. I don't remember. I
Yeah.
have to check. I think YouTube right now I think it's over 2,000 or something. I don't actually don't check.
Okay. Yeah, I check. I have now 20,500 or something, and
Nice.
yeah, well, it's okay. But if you if you look at the amount, what I always do is when there's a successful content creator I discover, I look at the amount of videos they made and the number of subscribers. I'm not doing too well if you look at that, because I make so many videos that I think my ratio is pretty low. I don't know why it is. It's probably because my content is not very commercial, or I mean, I try to do my best with the thumbnails and the titles, which are I'm just gonna say they're all bullshit. Doesn't make mean anything. But I don't think the content is very viewable for people that are not interested in really learning to play jazz guitar, because I can see my viewer retention. It's like an average of 5 minutes. Uh,
I th yeah, I think people want shortcuts. That's the popular thing. The
yeah, but it's what I'm
shortcut,
doing,
like
right? I'm actually
I
giving.
know
I'm actually
that's not what I'm doing either.
I'm
That's not
giving
what I'm
them.
doing.
I'm giving them shortcuts, but yeah, it still requires like hundreds of hours of practice. But
But they want like learn to do this in 30 seconds. After 5 minutes, you'll be able to do this like a champ, that kind of
right.
thing.
Well, yeah.
I don't do that.
So what do you recommend? Like, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel for seriously, and you want to make money with it. Which we're gonna talk about how much money you make with it later. What would you recommend?
Uh, well, like how you want to make money from YouTube itself? Because my point of doing the YouTube things is to promote some of the stuff that I've done when people can buy things, and you have your Patreon, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was the next step. I just
So
want to say, what would be your advice for people that start a YouTube channel that want to, let's say, you want to attract some quality subscribers. So that means subscribers that are actually gonna watch your content. I have my thoughts, but
well,
I want to hear your thoughts.
well, first of all, so that was my number one reason is to advertise some of the things that people can buy. But another thing is because every year I get emails, people asking me very long questions, and I would write long, intricate replies. And I felt like I'm wasting my time replying to everyone when I can just make this video. And whenever someone asks me this, I can just link it. So that was my goal.
Yeah, okay, but
And
but let's
so,
say you have someone comes to you and said, Dennis, I want to start my channel. What would be like 3 tips that you would give him? And he said, okay, I want to build up subscriber base. What would you say
uh,
to him?
have a concept.
Yeah.
The more specific, the better. That's the first one. The second one is um, that's the biggest one. Have a very good concept, and obviously be able to deliver that concept in a high
Yeah,
quality way. And three, I guess, network, so you can
yeah. So
find a way to advertise.
for me, the first one would be exactly the same. Like you need a concept, and I mean, like really, you need you need like an identity in YouTube. It cannot be like okay, on Monday I'm gonna do a song, and then Wednesday I'm gonna talk about how to solo on rhythm changes, and Friday I'll talk about the best guitars.
Yeah,
It's just not gonna work because people are going to a channel for a certain reason, right? When I go to your channel, I know I'm gonna get like long form kind of essays on things in gypsy jazz, or let's say in old jazz,
yeah,
like long form. That's what
yeah.
I'm. So if I go to a channel and all of a sudden I see reviewing Neumann microphones, I'm, I'm, I have my other channels for that. So that's the first thing. You need a really high level or a very specific concept. Now you can have several concepts, but they still need to be kind of combined within like one theme, right? Then the second
Yeah.
thing, and that's very important, is you need to make a lot of content. And that's maybe where we disagree. But if you don't, in the beginning, you need the quantity. Unless your videos are very viral, are prone to go viral because you do something like that really goes viral. But if you're a serious content creator that makes serious content, you probably need a lot of it because you need to keep the people coming back to your channel all the time. So YouTube realizes, oh, wait a minute, people like watching this person's video, and the algorithm starts pushing your videos because that's what you want. Because I don't know if you look at your statistics, but I'm obsessed with the statistics app. So I can see exactly like what every video does for my traffic.
Wow.
So for instance, the video that I made yesterday, it's just a similar video to what I always make. Like I talk about a song, I show some cool licks, but the title of this video makes absolutely no sense. It's just it's just bullshit. It says 7 licks I wish I knew when I started jazz guitar. And then the thumbnail says jazz guitar, 7 licks they aren't teaching you but shoot. But the reason I chose this title is because I'm sitting home, I'm playing Zelda, Breath of the Wild. So I'm running around in this world, which is really big, and then I can't find something. So I search, sometimes I search on YouTube, okay, where do I find this thing? And then there's tons of videos that are called like 7 things I wish I knew before I started playing Zelda. And these videos have millions of views. So that's okay. It's like, I'm just gonna call this video, this title, and look what happens. This video is doing really well.
Yeah, title. I was gonna say, yeah, titles are very important,
The
and you
title
have
and
to
the
make them
thumbnail. But the
you
content is
have to make
exactly
them.
the same, right? This is just
Yeah,
stupid. Yeah. So that,
I know.
yeah.
So that's the psychology of people. But you have to make a title that's clickbaity, and but that's dangerous because if you make it too clickbaity and people get pissed off, you know. But it's just the way it is.
But the content is not clickbaity. So my
Yeah,
philosophy is okay. My title is clickbaity and the thumbnail is clickbaity. But many people will click it, hopefully, and then they will discover that they like the content, right? Because the content itself is not clickbaity. And some people might be offended by it that it is clickbait, but okay, they were not gonna watch my videos anyway. So
yeah. And also another thing, I know it's not a hard rule, but I think at least a lot of people when they watch a video, they don't know who the person is. If it doesn't grab your attention within the first 30 seconds, I'm like, bye bye. So if someone wants to teach you a lick, but starts by talking for 10 minutes, then shows the
yeah,
lick at the end, means bye bye. I start by playing the lick.
me too. I start by playing 2 choruses
Yeah,
or something.
something.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
there's on Facebook. There's lots of commercials of like this course will teach you, will unlock the discoveries of the fretboard. And I always watch it, and I haven't found a single commercial where they actually play something. So I wonder how
yeah.
effective it is.
I don't know. But I always start by playing. I show up the goods. For people who don't know who I am, I have to show that, there's hopefully I'm doing it right. I'm playing well. And
Yeah,
people can say, okay, plays well, plays the lick. So yeah.
yeah,
Because I was watching, yeah, a video yesterday. Someone says it's a performance, and I had to skip 3 minutes before the performance actually started. The person was like, "I'm gonna play this piece, but this blah blah blah." No one cares. Come on, just show me the piece first.
yeah.
Then you talk.
But I've learned not to do it too long because I used to do like 5 choruses, And then people started complaining that this is too long, right? So now I try to do one chorus, and even though I played more, I will just cut until one chorus because
Yeah,
yeah, people need to know that people need to know it's a lesson, right, not a performance. But
yeah.
one other tip that I didn't talk about, which I think is very important, but you said it. It's like you have to promote your content really hard. That means like post on Facebook, tell people, post on Instagram. I don't know what you have to do. Maybe you have to buy some Facebook ads or whatever. You have to promote it really hard.
One thing I do not do though is I don't spam. I don't go on various Facebook groups and
No.
post, or I don't mess. I don't do that. I don't believe in that kind of advertising. I try to post it in my own wall,
Yeah.
my own Facebook, and people, if they want to share it, they share it.
Yeah, but
I don't ask people. Yeah.
don't underestimate mouth to mouth.
Yeah. Oh, it's very important. I
Right.
do,
So it's on my
but I
business
don't
card.
spam.
It's on my business card, my YouTube channel. I teach at the university, right? Everybody knows I have a YouTube channel, mostly because I told them, right? And that helps.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I'll tell people like if they ask, but I'm not gonna just like open up the messenger and just click on random people and send them the link
no, no, yeah.
unless, yeah.
And also, um, did I lose my train of thoughts? I wanted to say something about promotion. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Well, I do sometimes when I have a little bit of money, I do use Facebook ads or Instagram ads just to see what works and what doesn't work. That's a useful tool
Yeah,
if you know how to use it. I'm
yeah,
still learning.
yeah. I've tried Facebook ads, and then I did a test, like run an ad for 3 days and see how much traffic, and I never got the results. On Instagram, yes, I saw the results, but on Facebook, I don't know.
I had more success in the past on Facebook. Recently, it's a bit harder, I find. I don't know if it's me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to say. That like that mentioning your channel and stuff. I really saw the effect of that with Patreon. Right, when you join
Ah, yeah.
Patreon, Patreon actually sends you mails regularly. Say you have to. We see that our creators that mention their Patreon have so much more percentage of, and that is really true. So every time I mention Patreon, I can see people joining my Patreon. When I forget it, it's just nobody joins. That's why
That
now
is
it's
what
in
I
the
do. Yeah.
screen. Yeah.
I don't have Patreon, but I do. If you like my content, please. That's always at the beginning. After the performance, I show the goods, then I do a little talk. Please like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like if
It does work.
you have to say, yeah, like with the Black Friday, I had the Black Friday sale, where I closed down like the cheap memberships. Like
Hmm.
I did it for 2 days. I didn't say anything. I just did it. I arranged on Patreon. Nothing happened, right? But then the moment I made this commercial and told it, like that day, like 40 people joined. Like so, yeah,
Yeah.
you have to say this stuff. So if you want to
Yes.
start a YouTube channel, you have to make content. That's really important. You need to have good sound quality and decent video quality, I think, with the intention of getting good quality in both. But it took a while for me, right? For instance, I mean, I tried so many cameras and video editing. I had to learn it. But then after that, you need to promote it super super hard. Like it's
Uh,
it's a little bit embarrassing even the length you have to go through in the beginning, but you gotta get those views, right? Somebody told me the first 1,000 subscribers, you know where every subscriber came from because you told them about your channel and then they subscribed. And it's true, or like the first 100 subscribers.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I use Facebook to post my YouTube videos.
Yeah, but you have 5,000 friends.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
that me too. But if you don't have that, let's say you have like 800 friends, then yeah,
Yeah. That's why maybe Instagram might be better for that. I don't know. I'm saying this because for me, a lot of it was luck,
yeah,
and luck matters. But one thing I try to do, I'm always when I'm on my phone, my Facebook, I try to like everyone's things. Sometimes I don't even watch the videos, but I still like just to
okay,
help them.
yeah,
I
yeah,
try
yeah.
to I try to help them. I want all of us to succeed.
How about interacting with people in your comment section? Do you do that? Do you reply to
That's
everyone?
man, I should, but I'm so lazy. That's
Yeah,
why I don't consider myself a YouTuber. I don't. It's not like you. Like you said, you have to be consistent, which I'm not because I try to practice violin.
but how do you come? Okay, so let's. How do you come up with content? How do you get your?
I have tons of ideas, but then one day I just have to get off my lazy ass and do it.
Yeah, Does it take you a while to get? That's funny to hear that. So when you have this idea, right? How long does it take you to actually press record on the camera?
That's the thing. It's that I'm so lazy. It just takes me. It just happens like, all right, I'm gonna do it, and I do it.
It
But
takes me
otherwise, I don't do it.
forever. People will be very
Yeah.
surprised because I make lots of videos. But like I have this idea, right? And then I'm sitting around in my room and I'm practicing guitar and I'm just watching random stuff. But before I hit record, it takes so long. It can take like a couple of hours. But then once I hit record, I make the videos very fast. The video
Yeah.
lasts
Same
15
here. Same
minutes.
here.
Yeah. But
That's another press record. It just.
for some reason, it's very difficult to press that record button. I don't know why. You would think that I would be past it, but it isn't. It's very difficult.
It, I don't know about you, but in my case, I have to do a little setup. I have to set things up. That's part of the laziness. I don't know if you have like you just go to your room and just. Boop.
It's all set up for me. That's one thing
See?
I would advise. You have to have a setup because otherwise it will take even longer. But
Yeah.
but even with the setup, it just takes me a couple of hours to do it. Yeah.
I think if there was a setup, like I just press record, I'd actually be faster.
Yeah, you think that, huh?
I think
No,
so.
because it's a psychological thing. It's like,
Yeah.
and you have to be on when you do that, right? And you have to speak. I mean, is English your native language? No, it isn't, right?
No.
No. So I have to speak English, and I have to be clear. It seems like so much effort to do that, right? And then I have to do a sound. I have to do sound check always before because sometimes
Yeah.
yeah, and those things they are off-putting. So okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
what else is there? What else should we talk about? We didn't script any of this, people. Let's see if there's any questions.
Oh yeah. Any
Here's a good
questions?
question. Andrea Fergani asks, do you think it's about quantity or consistency of publishing? I think he means quality. Oh, wait. Oh, quantity
Isn't
or
it the same?
consistency.
What?
So he thinks the amount or like the regularity, probably.
Well, I'm not regular at all.
So what do you think is more important? Or what do you think is it important?
I think quality of content, and then good clickbaity title.
Yeah. I'm all about that.
So that even if a video doesn't do well in the beginning, it might do well later. It's
Yeah.
some things happen like that.
Yeah, for sure. I had that.
I have some videos that blow up over time.
Yeah. I made this one video about mixing, and then like 40 people watched. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. And then I was watching the like 3 days ago. I was like, oh, 4,000 people watched. What happened? Because I never promoted that video. So
Yeah.
somehow maybe it got on the side or something. Or what
Yeah.
what do you think about? There's this other tactic, which is supposed to be great. I've never done it until now, but it's doing a collab.
A collab? Oh, collaboration.
Yeah, it's called collab. The hip
Yeah,
kids
I know.
are.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
So we should do one, right, Dennis?
Didn't we? Isn't this a collab?
No, this is a live stream. It's not a collab. Collab would mean that you pick a topic and you both say something about it, and then it's edited together, and then on both channels it would appear in a different edit.
Oh, really?
Right? So you would edit it in your way. You would say something more on your channel than you would be saying on my channel. Or yeah, something like that. Let's see what questions are there.
Oh, hello. Are you there?
Yeah,
Did
I'm
you
there.
cut?
Okay. I'm just
Oh.
seeing if there are questions. There's so many questions, man, Isaac. Do you think it's okay? Instagram. Oh, there's a lot of comments. It's not really questions, actually. Guys, if you have questions, just ask. I'll now try to read the questions, but it's very difficult to read and chat at the same time.
Actually, one thing, I don't know how this social media stuff works. Maybe it's not true, but I think when people do comment on videos, it does something to the algorithm and puts it, back on top or
Yes,
something.
it's true. Yeah,
So
that's
it's good
true.
to comment. I've seen people use that tactic. Robin Nolan's like, "Hey guys, tell me where you're watching from. Say hi, And then people reply, and it just brings
Yeah.
this poster. I don't know if I can say this, but Robin Nolan has this guy working with him who's a master of promotion. So that's where he's getting all these tips from.
Yeah, but that's good. It's good, actually.
It's good.
It is all about. I was giving a course in social media, YouTube, content creation on my university. Of course, I only did the first 4, and then I couldn't teach
Yeah.
anymore. But the big thing is that you have to please somehow the algorithm, which is
Yeah.
kind of a weird thing because it basically means that sometimes you cannot do the thing that you want to do just because it's not pleasing the algorithm. And some people might say, well, that's stupid. That isn't that messing with your artistic integrity. But the thing is, why would you make a video that nobody watches? That just makes no sense because it takes so much effort to make a video, especially when you're
Yeah.
starting out, right? I mean, I'm pretty quick with it now, even though it takes me a long time to press record. But like making the actual content is quick. But if you're just starting and it takes you many hours to make a video, because it does, right? With the
Yeah.
preparation and the filming and the video editing and the mixing of the audio, why would you ever make something that nobody watches? It makes no sense.
Well, like I said, I don't consider myself a YouTuber. That I made those videos for people who always email me, and then I just like I can link it to them. But people do watch them, so it's
Yeah,
cool.
but I mean, come on, you want to have the views, right? You still,
Yeah, I mean, it does help. It does help.
yeah, but also you want them, right? It's depressing to make a video that nobody watches. For
I
me,
want, yeah, it
for
does.
me,
It's true. It's
yeah.
true.
Especially when you made
Another
like,
thing,
I made a video with 25,000 views in a week, and then the next one makes 800. That's just very depressing.
I think a lot of it is psychology. So, I mean, I learned a lot by watching all these your stuff, Robin's stuff. It's great. Like, oh yeah, get people to ask to interact. Like, where are you from, or ask a question. What was the first song you learned? And people can write in the comment, stuff like that.
So, but how do you
It's
make
like
a? What do you think about?
psychological.
I was thinking about this because I had this like viral videos, right? How do you make a viral video? I had one viral video. I mean, like viral for a jazz video, for for a gypsy jazz video, and then I had like three other videos that got a lot of views in a short amount of time.
Man, I have no idea. I mean, as you have, there's different kinds of viral videos. There's serious viral videos where the content is actually serious, and then there's gimmicks where like you're playing
Yeah, of course.
a tiny pink guitar, you
Yeah.
know. So well, I guess we're talking about the serious stuff, right? So
No,
on my
because
DC Music School channel, huh?
I was thinking about it because I just started these collaboration videos, right, with musicians from all over the world making
Yeah.
like performing a beautiful piece of music. Now they're not doing
Hmm.
well at all on YouTube. They're doing pretty well on Facebook. Maybe that's because I'm double posting. But I saw another video, exactly the same concept that I'm doing, with not a the arrangements are not as good, and the sound quality the sound quality is not as good. The performers are not as good, but and it got 1.5 million views in a couple of days, and it's exactly the same thing, right? Okay, the song was like some Burt Bacharach, more famous tune, but that got 1.5 million views, and then my video with this, the Where Are You, the Sinatra thing, got 800 views. It's so weird because that channel only had 1,200 subscribers. So I really don't understand how this works. It's so weird.
Sometimes it's luck. Like on my DC Music School channel, one of the most popular videos is of Tommy and Luann playing Chardash, Monty Chardash. And we
Yeah,
just did that for fun. And unfortunately, we don't advertise anything with it. So it's like, it's
yeah,
got
yeah,
over a million views, but it's just people ask, oh, I want to learn this. Do you have the sheet music? But it just happens.
yeah. But that's kind of frustrating because I
It
feel
just
like,
happens.
yeah. But for some
It's a
reason,
number of different things.
YouTube doesn't really help you with that, right? That's one of my
No.
frustrations is that they don't, never, like when a video does really well, like I had this video about, also stupid, it says gypsy jazz, bebop versus gypsy jazz. I had this one, bebop versus gypsy
Yeah,
jazz.
that's a good one.
Yeah, but first of all, it wasn't really prepared like other videos I make, right? Because I didn't have to write anything for it. I'm kind of rambling all the time, and it got a lot of views. But then YouTube doesn't tell me, like I never get information from YouTube. Okay, this video, we push this video extra hard because that's it, right? YouTube pushes this video because of these
They do.
reasons, like because of these keywords. They never give any tips. So then the next 3 weeks I'm trying to copy that formula without any success because I don't know what it is that I did well in that video.
Yeah, it's hard. It's luck.
It is
And
luck.
luck does matter.
Okay, let's see. Is there questions? I think educational videos don't do that well anymore. This generation just does not have the attention span. A lot of YouTube musicians gravitate towards comedy style videos now. Yeah, that's true. That's Mark the China from Thailand. Hey Mark,
Ah, Mark, StarCraft master.
is he? Okay, here's a question. Picking a topic for content, do you ever put in some week of practice to polish what you want to present? Or are you usually at a certain level of quality and it's just about nudging the. Okay, I don't understand what he says, but so he's asking if you need to practice to make the videos about the topic you make.
Depends what. I'm not for a week, but like recently I did some Django covers, right?
Yeah,
I practiced, I learned it, I transcribed it the day before, practiced it the day, then recorded the next day. Takes usually a few takes though.
I have to practice really hard, but that's just. I mean, I practice really hard anyway, right? So, um, I I average I think about 4 to 6 hours a day of practicing. I have to say it got a little bit less. Funnily enough, after the Corona thing, even though I'm home more, but um, I practice really hard. Sometimes I like to do a Pasquale Grasso video, and that stuff is just so hard that I have to practice that really hard to actually even pull it off. But I see it as a benefit, not as a disadvantage, because it just makes me a better player. So, in fact, I think
Yeah.
if I wouldn't have had this YouTube channel, I would be half as good because I had to practice so much stuff that I would have never practiced otherwise, like Jerry Mulligan phrases or Bud Powell phrases, which are really hard to play on guitar. So, I have to practice really hard. But in general,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Well, guitar is not your first instrument,
No, but
so
yeah, it
yeah.
isn't. But I when people ask me what do you play, and then usually I say guitar first. It's just because people know me more from the
Fair enough.
guitar, right? So, so there's another question. Timing. You maybe made a video about a topic that became popular quite literally that week. Maybe John Mayer mentioned bebop. Oh yeah. So yeah, he says like it's just luck when if you make a video that went viral just because of other stuff that happened that you have no control over.
Oh yeah, yeah. Luck is important.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't be discouraged. Just keep doing it. Just do your thing, but don't be discouraged.
But do you ever get jealous of? See, I'm all projecting on Dennis now.
Sure.
Do you ever get
Jealous of
jealous
what?
of other content creators that you think, wow, this guy got so many views and subscribers with that, like in such a short amount of time? What is he doing?
Maybe if I was like 19 years old, 18 years old, but nowadays I'm very happy for anyone who's very successful.
Yeah,
Very,
okay, me
I don't,
too. Yeah,
like I don't get if I because I had a lot of time to think about it with age. Think about this jealousy thing that makes no sense. That I see the way I see it, if I do well, then great, I did a good job. If I don't do well, it's on me, man. If someone does well but I don't do well, I'm not gonna blame them. Blame myself. I'll do
no, yeah,
better.
I get that, but I still get like, I mean, jealous maybe not the right word, but it's like, oh, how is it possible that happened for him? And I made the same video like 3 months ago, and
uh,
nobody watched it. Though. I mean, I still have those feelings, but I mean, I'm not depressed by it or
there
anything. But yeah,
is another thing, like sometimes people are when they're talking. Well, the word wrong. I don't know how to use this word. There are some things like they're teaching things that I don't agree with, or sometimes that's wrong when they're teaching things that objectively wrong. And even if they're doing wrong, but they have success, I don't care. You know what? Whatever. I'll do me, and they do them.
yeah. Tom Carlson makes a good comment. He says, "Look at Nara Soul. You know Nara Soul, the piano player?
No,
She makes great
maybe I
content.
do.
So he says,
Maybe I do. I
he
just don't.
says,
I'm not good with names.
look at Nara Soul's channel. People like educational content that has narrative, and that is true. So, but the thing is, Nara Soul's videos they take so much effort to make. Um, first of all, I think she deserves the many views. If you put in that much effort, I don't
Is
think
that
I.
the person? Is that the lady who's learning to play jazz? Is that it?
Yeah, she did
Oh,
flamenco. It
okay.
just,
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
seen.
I'd be never. I'd not be. I couldn't make those videos. It's just I wouldn't have had the. I don't have the resolve to do that. So maybe
I haven't watched them.
yeah, I have watched them and they're great. They're genius
I'm
level
sure they're great.
videos, right? Like the video editing is great and the music is great and like what she tells about is great. So Thomas Carlos is right. If you can make a video like that, then yeah, educational videos can be very successful. I mean, Rick Beato makes educational videos, so I think
Yeah, well,
Rick
great for everyone.
Beato's success is in the that he makes a lot of content, and he does a lot of different stuff, right? So somehow he found a way to make very varied content with a lot of success. I don't know, and a lot of other people that do that. I think it's smarter to keep focused, but I mean, Rick Beato
Yeah,
proved me wrong right there. So, oh yeah, someone just asked, what do you think of Rick Beato? Well, I think I always recommend his channel to everyone that wants to know how to build up a successful channel about music. Right? Has a channel about music theory, which is even a greater accomplishment. He has great presentation. I mean, I'm not about music theory. I don't like music theory, so I would never make videos like that. But if you are interested in that, I mean, there's no better channel, right? So,
yeah. To be honest, like I spend so much time practicing violins on YouTube. I don't watch YouTube videos to be a better YouTuber because I don't consider myself a YouTuber, but I watch violin videos. That's what I watch. And I watch like documentaries, history, like politics. That's all I watch on YouTube. So
okay.
I'm not. I've seen a lot in my recommended like recommendations of all these people you mentioned, but I haven't actually checked so much of them out.
You watch my
I'm sure
videos
they're
though,
great.
right, Dennis?
Yeah, I have actually. I do watch your videos, but I'm sure a lot of these people are great. There's no doubt. I think a lot of people are great these days. I think people complain that nowadays people are lazy, which maybe it is true, but I think there's a lot of amazing, amazing musicians out there
Amy
that I wish
Nolte.
were more well known.
You
Huh?
watch her? Amy Nolte, the piano player, jazz piano player,
Yeah,
singer.
I've seen of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard of. Yeah, yeah.
Adam Neely, of
Great.
course.
Is that the bass guy?
Yeah, bass guy. Yeah. Who else is there? There's like Chet Lepkovitz, the saxophone player. I made a video about him actually, but he makes great. I mean, he's like a genius level player, and he makes great content. So there's a couple of
Nice.
channels that are really good, are about educational stuff and are very successful. I haven't cracked. A lot of people think I cracked the code for that, but I haven't. I do think I cracked the code for Patreon though. I think that is very successful. I think my greatest success is actually on Patreon, not YouTube, because I make way too many videos for the low amount of subscribers I do have. I should have many more subscribers with the amount of videos I made, but I'm doing something wrong right there. But it's working for Patreon, which is yeah. Let's talk about that. How much money did you make with YouTube last month? Just YouTube, only YouTube.
So here's the thing that my DC Music School, that's the one who had the most subscribers. I didn't activate that until last year or 2 years ago. And then since then, every few months I guess I don't check, but I get some decent money, and that money I used to pay for like Instagram or Facebook ads. So I see. I don't check the statistics like you do, but every month or two, I get like a couple of $100.
Yeah, so my channel makes I'll be honest because some people think, oh, you're getting rich off this YouTube thing, but my channel makes about 160 to $180 a month. But of course, Patreon makes a lot of money. I won't lie about that. But YouTube, there's no money in there, right? There's nothing. So
I have a friend. Her video went viral. I think 2 million, 1 million view. I think she got like 1,000 US for
yeah,
it,
I think that's like the average, like 1,000 per million views.
about roughly.
But I got a tip and I started doing it. So usually I do monetized video, yes, right, and then I no look at it. But actually, if you wait until your video's online, you can activate advertisement in the middle of the video. And if you do that, you'll make a lot more. You'll make a lot more money. Of course, it's very annoying, but yeah,
I see.
I turned it on for my two recent videos. So I'm very sorry,
Yeah.
everyone, but yeah, yeah.
No, but I think if you want to do a YouTube video, you have to ask yourself why you want to do it. And if you want to do it for the money, I think you're gonna be very sad.
It's true. Well,
And
for,
maybe, yeah,
why are you doing it then? Yeah, to promote your other stuff, right?
other stuff, and also for the people that email me, then they can have that. And I think I'm pretty proud of the content that I've done, so I think it's good to have it there. And maybe I can say this because I'm coming from a place of privilege that I had this DC music school. I'm a white male, cisgender. No, I'm, I'm
Thank you
coming
for this.
from a
This
place.
this video is now demonetized.
So, no, but I'm coming from a place of privilege that I've had this DC music school for 10 years, and by pure luck, it's grown to the point that it allows I make a living from it. I have two people. I have a team working for me. I have employees.
Yeah,
So then for me,
yeah.
YouTube is for fun.
I can make a living of my Patreon YouTube also. So
Yeah,
I'm ve-
so it's
actually we're very lucky, Dennis, right? Because
yes, I know.
I mean I lost a bunch of concerts, and
So did I.
that sucks. But I don't know, it doesn't really affect me financially, let's say.
Uh,
But I know a lot of people that were also at concerts. For them, it's a big problem that those concerts got canceled, right?
I
So
lost the Taipei Gypsy Jazz Festival. I lost
Jang and
I
June,
lost a whole tour with Traveler Schmidt that was supposed to be 3 weeks. I lost some. I was gonna play with Jimmy Rosenberg. So
yeah, me too.
Django and June too.
Yeah,
It's several $1,000s.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, I lost a couple of courses on my university also because I'm a freelancer at the university, right? So, um,
Yeah.
is there anything we didn't cover we should talk about? Um, what do you
Other
think?
questions? Anyone have other questions? No?
No, not really. It's mostly comments. What do you think about uh, like the idea of giving online concerts now or online? What are your thoughts about that? Like streaming
Don't have
concerts?
any thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. Why not? If that's what you want to do it.
Yeah, but do you think there could be a business model in that?
Oh, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, possibly. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna do like online workshops. The first time I do anything like this. So we'll see.
Yeah, like I want to tell everyone like Matt Holborn, the violin player from the UK, friend of
Oh
mine.
yeah.
He's doing a 3 weekly kind of in Zoom. They use Zoom, and they get together with a bunch of jazz violin players, and they exchange ideas and licks. They work on stuff. It's supposed to be really
Oh,
nice.
cool.
Maybe I'm gonna join. I don't think he does it for money or anything. It's just to keep everyone motivated, because that's the
That's
thing,
cool.
right? How do you keep yourself motivated in these times? I mean, I practice
Mm.
less, funnily enough. Though I should practice more, right? So
Nothing has changed for me. It's the same. I still practice violin.
yeah, but
I
you can go
still
out in
watch.
Taiwan and go to a restaurant and have some food, and
That's true.
here you can't, right? I mean, I've never cooked
There were,
this
man,
much
there
in
were
my life.
times in Montreal. There were times in Montreal for like a week I didn't see sunlight because I was in the basement practicing, and I had food in the fridge.
Really? But you go
Yeah,
out. You go out in Montreal to eat, right?
yeah, but there was times when I had enough food in the fridge and I just like for
Okay.
days didn't see the sunlight. We're losers. We practice, but that's the life,
No.
It's
So somebody asked me. No, it's a comment. I think Dennis. I think we covered all the bases here, right?
well. I
Maybe
guess
some.
this video is to help musician colleagues, right? Let me see. Yeah, just do your thing. Don't be too concerned about what others are doing in terms of jealousy. It's not healthy.
Do
And
you do you have any final words beyond that?
beyond that, okay, yeah, we're talking about this business thing, but for me, the most important, me personally, it's the music, and I really care a lot about the music. That's why I even practice it. So before thinking about content, make sure you can deliver from a musical point of view the goods.
Yeah, I think
And
I agree with that. So I mean,
like network with musicians, like well not well known, but like respectable musicians. Network with them, accept their feedback if any.
yeah,
Things
be
like that. Because yeah, for you learned a lot with Sokolo.
right. Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
and for me, all these gypsy guys, not just gypsies, but all these players were all my mentors. It was not like traditional lessons, but they were my teachers.
Yeah.
Pirelli, Angelo, Chavlo, all these people, they were my teachers.
But did you ever have
And that's
lessons? Like, yeah, you had some lessons with Fapi back in the day, right?
yep, back in the day, and it was just rhythm lessons. Actually, we just
Mm,
did rhythm, nothing
yeah.
but rhythm. And so yeah, networking. Networking is very important. Yeah, I would say, I think, okay, there's luck, but also just networking with all these players is kind of what allowed me to grow as a musician and even make grow my name, I guess, or whatever.
I would like to say that making a YouTube channel is great, but I think some skills that are really beneficial to work on if you're not doing it yet is being able to record yourself, like a high quality. It doesn't have to be like the highest quality, but like a high quality recording. So get acquainted with a DAW, with a DAW, like Reaper or Pro Tools or whatever you want to use. Get yourself a audio interface with some nice preamps and a microphone and start recording yourself and filming it and editing that. I think that those skills are very valuable, has or have always been valuable, but now I think it's very clear to many musicians. If you cannot record yourself right now, there's many things you can't really do. You can really live stream a concert. You cannot record. So, for instance, I know a violin player that that was a recording artist that hasn't lost any work because they can record at home, and then all the producers that want the violin on the record, they just hire this person online. And so,
Yeah,
and that's
you're
because
right.
they were already very familiar with how to record themselves and how to deliver this product at a high quality. So that has nothing to do actually with making videos. That's just something that you can also do then. But I think being able to record yourself is very very beneficial. So
Now that you mentioned that, opens up a lot of things we can say. Like you have to be a go-getter. Because when I started DC Music School, I had no idea how to record. Nothing. No idea how to do video editing. I learned all on my own.
yeah,
And I tried to, if ever I met someone who knew something I didn't know, I'd ask them, hey, can you come over to my place? I'll pay you for like just show me how to do this. That's how I learned though, all on my own. And like, don't be afraid to just try.
okay,
And then
right.
that opens another question because one of the things I would ask me, I was stressing, I don't know about you, but I was stressing, oh shit, should I go for Logic? Should I use Cubase? Should I go PC? You know, in my opinion, just get something because that stuff, well,
Yes, yes, but there are cheaper and more expensive. So
that's true.
I'd
I went for
say
the cheaper one.
there's no difference between any of them. If you have no if you're not using any of the programs, I'd say use Reaper because it's free for the first 60 days, and then after that it's like $60, and more importantly, it is super light, so you don't need a very heavy computer to use it. And for the video side, if you're not using anything, I would go with DaVinci Resolve again. Why? Because it's free. That's the reason, right?
Fair enough.
Like,
Fair
of
enough.
course, if you already have Final Cut on your computer, then use that, of course, right? But if if you get serious about it and you want to use some software, Reaper and DaVinci Resolve, which is what I use, and they are free. They're free, and there are many resources online to learn those programs. So, and if you want
Yeah,
to,
fair enough.
I've gotten questions every day about the microphone. So let me just say, if you buy a microphone and you want a good quality, make sure that it's more than 300. Make sure that it's more than $300. Just so you get a really decent quality microphone, right? Everything that is cheaper than that, you need some amazing skills in your DIW to make it sound somewhat decent. So if you want to buy one microphone, then just look at that price range because and the other thing is if you want to buy an audio interface, right? Because to record the microphone in your computer, then you can get the Focusrite one because everybody uses it. I don't like the sound particularly of that machine or of those preamps, but they're very decent and they're very cheap. So I would say Focusrite or the Audient. And then if you want to go a segment higher, then you can get the ones that you have. You have Elements, right?
And for traveling, I have the Apogee Element, but in my own studio, I have something better.
Yeah, but Apogee Elements is very good, but it's not cheap
Yeah, it is.
actually, right?
It's
Apogee
not
is no, Apogee do it.
because I use this for my DC music school when I do field work.
Yeah.
I need high quality.
So if you want higher quality, then go to Apogee, I would say. And then you can go very expensive with Apogee, but there's also the cheaper stuff like the Apogee Duet. Universal Audio also makes good quality products. Universal the Apollo Twin. So
But now
yeah,
we're talking about recording, but recording for what purposes? Like audio in general, for job doing ideas, or for videos? You know, that's
I would
those
say
different things.
for to record something that somebody can hire you to record on their album or their project.
Ah,
That's one.
okay, yeah,
Two, to
okay.
to record something audio for yourself playing for concerts, right? Maybe you want to produce a video for yourself that you're playing. You get some nice audio, right? This microphone here is a Blue Yeti. The only reason I have that is just because it's so easy for me to use when I make videos. But for my videos, I don't require the highest quality audio. But if you watch my
Yeah,
collaboration video, that's high quality audio. Then I use API preamps, right? Then I use a much better gear. So
that's why I was asking like how much, what's the purpose? Because if it's just like general YouTube thing, you don't need
no,
anything fancy.
no, but especially not when you're teaching,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But yeah, okay.
But then when you're talking about like more serious audio, you don't have to break your bank. But I would also say the room is very important, depending on how you want to do things.
The room is
And
important,
since
but
I
you can
like to
get a
use,
screen behind your microphone actually, which kind of makes the room less of a factor.
does that work well?
Yeah, that works really well. Yeah.
Okay,
Of course,
cool.
then you get a very dry sound, which you
Yeah.
need to add some reverb and stuff. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
gonna, for everyone that's interested in it, everybody that, if you want to know if I'm a good mixer, just watch my collaboration videos. If you like the sound there, then you'll know that you want to watch my series on mixing. I'm only gonna do it on YouTube, on Facebook, not on YouTube, because my channel is not meant for mixing videos. They don't perform well. I already made one, and I'm gonna make another one tomorrow. So I intend to make a whole series, maybe like 10 videos. In principle, after you've watched those videos, you should be able to start mixing on a serious level. So for everyone
Yeah.
that's interested
There are
in
also
that,
some
yeah.
plugins. There's some plugins that I like too. I mean, I always try to get the good source from the get-go, but there's some plugins to remove ambient noise, right?
Yeah,
I also use
RX,
Isotope. I
Isotope
also use
RX, right?
Isotope.
Isotope RX
Isotope.
or Waves X Noise, they both do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't use that one for the ambience. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called.
You mean
But I have some of
to
those.
remove the ambience? You mean?
Yeah, a little bit of ambience. Yeah, if let's say the room sucks, right? You get this reflection.
Yeah.
I have certain plugins, but I also have Isotope.
The,
That's expensive.
the best plugin for me to remove the ambience actually is called Deverb, and it's a plugin alliance.
That's the one. That's what I have.
Plugin
That's what I
alliance, yeah, Deverb, yeah, that's the one, and it's
Deverb.
actually based on a transient designer.
Transient Designer, I have the whole series.
Yeah,
It's pretty
right.
affordable.
Yeah,
I also have Isotope, but those are useful if your room is not ideal.
but Isotope is not to remove ambient noise; it's to
No, it's for
remove
other
noise.
things if there's
yeah,
yeah, if there's issues like that.
right, yeah.
Because sometimes I
Deverb.
do outdoor recording for my YouTube, and I
right,
do
yeah.
use Isotope.
Deverb is a great plugin. There's also something called Soothe 2 actually, which removes which can automatically remove frequencies in your audio source that are annoying. It's very
Nice.
good, but only buy that if you need it because your room is so bad, but otherwise there's no point. Okay, Dennis, thank you so much for appearing on my channel. I hope this video gets millions of views.
You get rich.
Yeah, I should just call this 5G and Bill Gates stream. 5G Bill Gates Gypsy Jazz stream.
What's 5G, Bill Gates, and what else? I don't know what else.
So one more question for you.
Yeah.
Let's do three questions.
Yeah. Okay.
What level of membership is the most financially successful for you on Patreon? For me, that is the level that doesn't exist anymore because those levels are closed. But the people that are in that level, they get lots of stuff for a cheap price. So they are grandfathered in. If they leave that level, they lose all the benefits. So of course, that's my most beneficial level because people they stay in that level because they get access to all my materials for like only $10 a month, which is insane because now if you want to get that level, it's 28. Right, so okay. Okay, then a question for you, Dennis. What is the best-selling course on DC Music School? It's probably my lessons, right?
What did you say?
What is the best-selling course on DC Music School?
I think it might.
Must be Pirelli.
Might
Come on.
be Pirelli, but actually Duvet did really, really, really well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like really freaking well.
Yeah.
He made a killing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but of course, he's a great player. I made a video about Duvet. And then
Duvet.
Final question. what if you want to record a popular piece? Was probably asking if you record a popular piece and put it on YouTube, what happens? You know what happens, right, Dennis?
It depends if it gets recognized automatically
It happened
or
to you,
manually.
right?
And it happened to me with Django. Yeah, I just have to share with the copyright holder.
So
Yeah,
the moment you upload something, it's like within like 1 minute, even before
yeah.
it goes live, it's already you really get a message. Yeah, you're using copyrighted content by I don't know Universal or BMG or
Uh,
Sony, and then if you're lucky, they give you the option to share the
that's what I
monetization.
have.
If you're unlucky, all the money goes to the record company. It depends
But that's the
on.
crazy thing, though.
Hmm?
For me, it was that Nuage solo that I did, and I never mentioned Nuage. I never even mentioned. I don't think I really mentioned Django. I just did the solo, and I recorded everything from scratch. So I guess my playing was so accurate that they detected
No, yeah,
trace
maybe.
humanity.
But the funny thing is, I uploaded those 2 collaboration videos, and I thought the first one will get claimed immediately because it's like a Sinatra arrangement. But it was not the same arrangement because I had to do some other things. But it's very similar. But it didn't get claimed. And then Piazzolla Soledad got claimed like 1 minute. But I got the option to share. So if you are a performer yourself, you usually get the option to share. But if you start using like, if you play along, let's say you want to do a series where you
Yeah,
play along with Django, and you use the original audio, then all the money will go
yeah.
to. So
That's no good.
yeah, don't do that.
For me, though, the one thing that just annoys me about that is that it was a video done for pedagogical purposes, and from a legal point of view, it's actually like gray area,
It
and
is.
it
Yeah,
was just like a 50-second thing, but my video was 1 hour long.
yeah,
That 50-second thing was just for fun,
yeah. It
but not it applies throughout the whole video.
it's very unfair, but YouTube has to do it because they got so many claims, right? So I think YouTube is trying to make it better, but so far it hasn't really worked. For us, it's not
Yeah,
a big problem, Dennis, because we're making our own content. But if you want to
yeah.
perform, if you want to do a whole series where you do the Rachmaninoff piano etudes, did he write piano etudes? Then probably you will have to share the money with the people that own the rights to that.
But that's the thing. So even public domain stuff, people will claim on it.
Yeah,
Like my Chardas, my multi Chardas, when I activated my DC Music School, the monetization, they tried to claim it because it had millions of views, a million views.
yeah,
But that's public domain. It's insane.
yes. But
So
the thing is, if you fight it and you lose
I did find it.
and you won,
Yeah,
okay.
because I can prove. You can prove that it's public
But
domain.
if you lose, you get a strike, and 3
Yeah,
strikes, your channel gets deleted without
it's insane.
any possibility to appeal. So yeah,
But if it's public domain, I think you should fight it because that's so verifiable.
that's true. Yeah. Okay,
And multi
Dennis,
Chardas, that's yeah, yep.
thank you, and
Yep.
we'll do more of these if we find the topics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, man. Okay, now I'm gonna end the stream.